draft pick out of Michigan, playing with Pascal, the draft pick out of Villanova. With D'Angelo Russell and Marquise Chris. D'Lo with a step back. He caught nothing there. Dwight Howard is playing with Rajon Rondo, LeBron James, Troy Daniels, and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Now, having done a lot of NFL preseason games, the one thing I like about the NBA preseason, the real guys play.
Right. Exactly.
Now, they've cut the preseason from 8 down to 4 or 5 games, which is good. You don't need 8.
Exactly.
But here's LeBron subbing himself back in. Pascal thought about that 3, took it inside, and then Chris has been good on the offensive glass so far.
Well, Eric Pascal's drive drew in Marquise Chris's defender. Don't rest on your laurels. Go to the basket, get an offensive rebound. That's what he did.
And look at LeBron say, "Hey, welcome to the NBA, youngster."
Pascal, you're not going to get that call. He's got his hands up like the ref is going to change his mind or something. You're a rookie. He's going to get that call. He's got his back to the basket. Yeah, he might have hooked you there a little bit with that left hand, but doesn't matter.
But you know what I liked about that play, though? And this is for rookies, and you know this because you were strong in the post as a defender for a guard. If they bulldog you and just walk you under the rim, they're going to come at you 100 times.
Exactly.
So LeBron is as tough a coverage you're going to have. And yet Eric, is bumping and grinding with them, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, when it comes to Eric, a lot of people said the best thing about him is his defense. And he's going to get down and work on the defensive end, and that gives him the versatility because he's not and they forgot about Glenn Robinson the third, but he forgot to catch the ball.
D'Angelo had great vision there. He had Robinson for the layup, but you got to see the ball into your hands first.
But Eric is going to work hard on the defensive end, and that helps him guard a lot of different positions. And now they got him on LeBron James again.
Rondo's so clever. Had that championship in Boston. He will run this veteran team at times. KCP missing the 3 there. Marquise Chris is showing out. Rebounds. Pascal again still threatening that 3. Little drive, little hang, and a finish.
Okay. I got LeBron in front of me. Doesn't matter. I'm going to rip it through, go to the basket.
Well, you feel good for Glenn Robinson there. He dropped that one out of bounds and made the much tougher basket instead. He got a 10-point game. And LeBron misses the 3. So D'Angelo and Poole playing together. You're going to see that a lot with the second unit. And Jordan Poole pulling the trigger on the 3.
Unafraid.
He had like 550 shots in college. 311 of them were 3s. And LeBron's going to get a block there.
He was in the restricted area. That's a good call. Maybe move a little bit too. Back to Jordan Poole. He is unafraid. This is LeBron James. No one on him. Just takes up the space. You can't see it there, but Chris does have a foot on the restricted circle, I believe. Look at Robinson. Rip through, kind of a hesitation first, then the rip through, takes the bump, finishes, kind of hung in the air a little bit. That was nice.
Now, very quietly though, as LeBron's gotten older, you got to try to make him play defense.
Exactly. He'll take a play off defensively every now and then a little more.
That's
understandable.
You got to make him work at that. And LeBron with a 3-point play. Damian Lee checking in, as is Omari Spellman.
So the Warriors have some nice wings. We've seen Jacob Evans play well. Glenn Robinson III is coming, had that nice drive. So who's going to step up and make themselves a staple in the rotation?
D'Angelo. Now, Steve is giving you a little glimpse here. When Steph sits, D'Angelo Russell's going to run that second unit. Now, they'll start together, but they're going to stagger them so D'Lo can kind of run that second unit. And Rondo all the way to the rim.
And it's probably going to be D'Lo and Willie Cauley-Stein a lot running that pick and roll with that second unit, that second quarter.
But if I'm Jordan Poole, I want to become D'Angelo's buddy.
Exactly. You need to be on that weak side. If that roll isn't there, skip it over the top. My man's going to be helping on that roll all the time.
Yeah, and Spellman with a moving screen. That screener's got to stay.
Yeah.
Let the guard use you, but don't move.
That's part of the learning process. It's great to be zealous about setting screens for your guards, but you're hurting your team if you keep getting offensive fouls. LeBron James.
LeBron is being unkind to the rookie here. He's taken it Pascal multiple times so far. Spellman and Pascal were teammates at Villanova. So Steve's playing them together right now. Steve Kerr's going to use the timeout. The veteran Lakers and a bunch of young warriors learning about each other.
At this customization station, you pick out your jersey, you put your name and your number on it, and then they press it while you wait. We met a kid named Duke. He got his jersey pressed right now. Hot off the presses for you, Duke. Take a look at that. Why did you pick number 3?
It's my baseball and basketball number, so it's kind of a lucky number.
There you go. Gets to take it home today. The shop is open from 10 to 7 with extended hours on event nights.
Now that's the coolest thing I've seen in a team store.
Right.
You can pick the number, your name, and they press it right in front of you when you walk out with it.
That's pretty dope.
I mean, that is. Now with the Azubuike one, I got an A and a Z, and I get all the spelling.
You got to wrap my name around the number. You can't just go straight across. I don't know how they did it when I was playing.
Just put special K.
Yeah. Just give me a nickname.
Well, they got to come back with that, the nicknames. They did that last year.
Well, but that's when you played. We called you the London Gentleman,
right?
Because you were born there.
Yeah.
Or Buki or Special K. Those were the 3 that we threw out for you.
Yeah, I like those nicknames.
The London Gentleman, I think, was because of Anchorman,
right?
And the various scents and musks that they used. I tell you, Jordan Poole is not afraid to let it fly.
He's not. His coach said he had an overdose of swag.
And look at Spellman there. He came off his man to bother LeBron and make him shoot that left-handed. And Amari running the floor. Damian Lee going to misfire. Dwight Howard, when they just told him, hey, you're on a non-guaranteed deal. We have any shenanigans, you won't be here.
Right.
After that ball appeared to be off from Rondo. Trey Maddox is going to give the Lakers the ball.
Amari Spellman moving his feet well there. Off that ball screen. Got to be able to guard. Draymond Green's about to come back in.
So Draymond and Steph are checking back in. Tell you what, the reserves, the Warriors are pretty deep, actually.
Well. Yeah.
I mean, they're playing against guys who are all-stars and have championships and decades in the league.
And it's got to feel good for those guys to come back and have a nice showing against guys like LeBron and Dwight Howard, veterans in this league.
Poole, this time, didn't settle for the 3. I like that. For a young guy, don't just become a 3-point guy.
Yeah.
Because defensively, then they don't have to guard you. I mean, it's that time we'll show and go, and then the mid-range.
I like how he bounced off his defender there. He feels like he's got the advantage, maybe size-wise against Troy Daniels. Bounce off him, get separation. As Rajon Rondo's taking that jumper, they'll give him that all day.
LeBron continues to attack, and this time it's Draymond that fouls him.
They want a goaltending there. Amari Spellman came over the top. Here's Poole. Steph Curry sees him. Steph Curry's got eyes everywhere. Shot fake. Gave him the advantage against his defender. He does feel like he has the advantage there.
I'll tell you what, put that little shoulder in and bounce back. That's a vet move right there for a 20-year-old kid.
Get that separation down your mid-range. He is not afraid to shoot. He has that innate, I'm going to be aggressive mentality.
Well, the most vocal Warrior fans have to be in the Splash Zone. The Splash Zone tickets are $25 a game. Submit a video telling us why you're Dub Nation's biggest fan. Visit Warriors.com/splash. Not easy to say. /splash.
Did it.
$25 though to get into this building. That's awesome.
Yeah. Say that 10 times fast.
Now, Steph's looking over at Frank Vogel saying, I sub back in, you put Avery Bradley on me again?
Right.
Thanks a lot.
Preseason already? We're doing that?
Spellman, that's poor footwork. He traveled there. Now, Dwight Howard's not going to move laterally like he used to back in the day, so you don't need to shuffle the feet to get rolling.
Show him that shot fake a little more decisively. Rip it through. Got the switch. Damian Lee on LeBron in the middle. Man, Dirk Nowitzki style.
You can force him to take a jumper, you won. And there's Steph stepping into the passing lane. Good job.
So Draymond came over to double team, and Steph was there on the weak side. Got to be in tune.
And Damian Lee just finished over LeBron.
That's a beautiful sequence there.
That's the one they're showing at practice.
Training camp.
This is how you double. This is how you rotate. This is how you get in the passing lane.
He's going to double. You got to be there from the weak side. One person hesitates, throws the whole play off. They did that perfectly.
A one-handed pass Damian had Steph open in the corner, but kickball, it'll still be Warrior basketball.
Look at the defense. Draymond Green's going to come, kind of cut him off guard there just for a second, and Steph is there kind of playing two. Kind of the safety there, and Damian Lee's like, you know what, that was a great defensive possession. I got to finish it off on the other side.
You know, don't
Gotta
forget,
love it.
Damian played 32 games for the Warriors last year, shot nearly 40% on threes.
Had a lot of nice games.
And he's a two-way guy. And there's a foul before that ball was inbounded, I believe.
In his own words, he worked hard to get to this point. Put some respect on his name, Damian Lee. He's got a wetter, too. He's not afraid to shoot it.
Well, you and I both know that the reason Steph's going to shoot this, the foul occurred before the inbound, so the Warriors will get the free throw plus maintain possession here. Is there going to be a bunch of guys guarding Steph Curry? Someone's going to be open in the corner because of that double team or things like that. And whether that's Alfonso McKinney or Alec Burks or Damian Lee, you have got to make teams pay for all that attention to Steph.
A shot created is a shot that has to be taken. Keep the defense honest. Steph is going to do his job. He's unselfish. He's going to give it up when he feels like he needs to. But the defense is going to be focused on him. A lot of times, you set a screen for him. Two guys will go with him. You roll the basket, you get a layup.
There's Damian cutting without the ball and just didn't finish.
Out of bounds. This man got screened. That was a great screen.
LeBron walking into that three and then followed his own shot. Damian Lee in the passing lane. Warriors on the breakout. There's that open shot. Jordan Poole dropped it in.
Saw that a lot in Summer League. Not afraid to shoot it, Jordan Poole. He's like, I fit it nicely here. I got that tray ball too.
It's only the preseason, but that rookie, he doesn't mind having a little pool party every once in a while. Because you know he's pulling the trigger.
Look at Draymond getting in there. Finds his teammate wide open. Threes in transition. They like those here, don't they?
Cisco since 1975, but all of the retired numbers exist in the building. But Kalena, they exist outside the building.
There you go.
Because the medallions are on the Esplanade, the walkway. And so you had Rick Barry, Eric Housen represented Chris Mullin, the incomparable Alvin Adels, and you have Tom Sherry as well as Will Chamberlain. And so those exist in the walkway outside Chase Center for the six retired numbers. I don't know any building that does that anywhere else.
Either.
It's really cool.
That's incredible. Beautiful to see that. Saw Chris Mullin there, Rick Barry.
There was a guy who emceed that ceremony, looked a lot like me.
Yeah, who was that guy?
Yeah, I don't know what. There's way too many Fitzgeralds running around.
I heard he did okay.
He didn't work blue. I know that. That was first and foremost. This is the deep end of the pool. Pardon the pun, dealing with Rondo for Jordan. And he comes up with a steal. So Poole pushing. And Poole to the rim to lay it up and out, but he did draw the foul.
It's a good decision. Be aggressive. The defender didn't really commit to you, didn't cut him off, never had him square. You had the angle to the basket. Just keep going until they stop you. Look at him. Getting his hand in the passing lane there, spins off of him. He's looking at the defender. You going to come off? You going to cut me off? Nope. Okay, I'm going to keep going. You're not going to stop me.
What's the art there of making sure you get contact, and then if you lay it in, then that's kind of the bonus?
Look, go straight to the basket there. You don't want to jump away from the defender. I think that's one thing a lot of guys do. They see a defender coming over, and they try to jump and try to get fancy and acrobatic with it.
Make sure you get contact.
And you make it easy on the defender to get the block. So if you either go straight up or jump into the chest of the defender, especially if you got a shot blocker coming over there, you'll negate that shot blocking ability. He did that beautifully there.
Draymond and Anthony Davis, Draymond a little shove underneath. Now you had that confidence because you were a good free throw shooter, so you didn't mind if you got fouled.
Right, yeah, that's an issue for some guys too. They don't want to go to the free throw line. But Jordan Poole, God, I love him. Draymond likes him. There's no Michigan on Michigan State crime here.
Not yet.
Not yet.
They haven't played yet this year.
Right.
Oh, look at that.
Okay.
So Eric Lewis said the first time, hey, Draymond, you got the shove. And then he told AD, no, I'm going to get you with the offensive foul because you can't shove off with a free arm. That's a good official working two good players there and being fair both ways.
Keep them both honest. Draymond Green is a great defender. He's not going to give any ground. He had him wrapped up there. That's a good call. They don't want to give the offensive player any unnecessary advantages this year. We were at the broadcast meeting. That's something they stressed a lot.
Shot clock Down to 4 right now. Poole's got to beat it against a good defender. Danny Green, little floater, and he'll get to the line again.
He is aggressive. He's not playing like a rookie right now. He's got swag like a veteran, an overdose of swag. And first of all, Danny Green is way too close to him up there. Dude does have quickness. Tell you what, if you're that close, that far away from the basket, you make it easier on the offensive player to just rip it through and get by you. Now you got to help if you're his teammates.
What I liked about that was he shot the ball on the way up to let JaVale McGee land on him. If you take it into JaVale, he's going to block the shot.
Right.
And we have our first coach's challenge.
Oh, already?
Yeah, this is the coaches can challenge whether it was a foul or not a foul.
Right.
And then whether you have
goaltending or out of bounds. Those three things. I didn't think we was going to see it in the second quarter. I thought usually coaches will wait till the fourth quarter till it's a monster play in the fourth quarter, game deciding type of play. But usually this is preseason, obviously.
That is not the bat signal.
That's not, okay.
It's not asking for the green hornet.
Yeah.
That's the coach's challenge, green light. And what will happen is, the call on the court was a foul on JaVale McGee.
Yep.
They're giving the game official an opportunity to relook at it and decide whether it was a foul. Call stands, whether it was not a foul. And so Eric Lewis is.
And if they get it right, you still don't get another challenge. One challenge a game, no matter what happens.
Correct. And Frank, you know what? I think it's good by the Lakers to do this. The refs need practice on it. Everybody we the broadcasters need practice on it. So
it's a 1-year trial.
Correct.
1-year trial is what they're saying. And I think in the regular season you'll see it more at the end of games. This is preseason. Just try it out.
Correct.
Doesn't really matter. Outcome of the game doesn't matter. But in the regular season, they'll wait till the fourth quarter, late in the games. They'll use it then.
So Jordan Poole in 6 minutes. 7 points, 1 rebound, 1 steal, 2 of 4 from the field, 1 of 3 on threes, 2 fouls.
Killer.
I mean, talk about getting out there. The item of the game is a Black Warriors long sleeve T-shirt. Be sure to check that out online at Warriors.com. If you do get out to Chase Center, you've got to check out the Warrior team store. It's unbelievable. Anthony Davis.
That's tough.
He had 17 in the first quarter, and as the Warriors had cut it to 5 there.
Draymond is guarding the ball screen there and he's trying to help him recover. Needs some help from the weak side, but Lakers execute that so beautifully. Made it tough on him.
This is D'Angelo and Steph playing together. The lob. And JaVale McGee undercuts Spellman. And that will put Omari Spellman to the line. Began his college career at Fordham and then transferred to Villanova. You mentioned the weight issues. He said publicly at Media Day that he weighed 315 in Summer League. That's when he was traded for Damian Jones. But 275. And the practice we went to, he went right on the elliptical right after practice. So
he's serious about it. Maybe he should join Draymond when he goes to Soul Cycle.
Steph couldn't finish that. Reload 3. And rimmed it out. The Warriors 3-point shooting, 3 of 17. And it's not been because they haven't had good looks.
Preseason.
Rondo. Flip it off iron. We did have a foul. I think AD got shoved underneath the basket.
Getting a steady diet of that pick and roll. Any pick and roll with Anthony Davis involved is an absolute problem.
Well, you know, the scary thing is you see Anthony Davis and you look at the All-Stars and everything he's accomplished, and you remind yourself he's 26 years old.
Right. Still got a lot of career left. He's so versatile. You've seen him.
Jordan Poole's got a little hitch in his get along right now. Drew Yoder's checking on that.
We don't need any more injuries.
Alec Burks ankle, Willie Cauley-Stein foot, Smailagic ankle, Looney hamstring.
Just continuation of the finals. What happened in the finals last year? Injuries.
Juan Toscano-Anderson is checked in from Castro Valley High School. Oakland resident, played in the G League in Santa Cruz a year ago. Anthony Davis misfiring there. Tell you what, Omari Spellman's not afraid to bang into people.
He's not. He's got a big body. Might as well use it.
D'Angelo Russell. And the Warriors' three-point problems continue. Oh, Steph batted it ahead. What a beautiful play. Curry with a steal and finish.
I thought he was going to try to get up and dunk one there. I like that he laid that in.
So if you just tuned in and you saw the Lakers having their way, you come back to us and it's a 6-point game. Anthony Davis three, barely ticked iron.
Draymond Green guarding that screen. Throw it
Toscano Anderson ran the floor. Now, you watch Toscano Anderson. He reminds me of a former Warrior who was a guy they called Sacktown's Finest. He's got a little Matt Barnes in him.
Okay, I see that.
Little Matt Barnes in him.
I see that.
So the Lakers take time. 3:52 remaining in the half. Curry tips ahead. He finishes, and the Warriors are more than back in the game. Well, the Warriors could have felt sorry for themselves with the number of injuries they have tonight and the way the Lakers began the game. And yet, the second quarter has all been about resilience. And Jordan Poole, Jacob Evans, you saw D'Angelo Russell, Steph, and I'd say defensively and offensively, Steve Kerr's got to be really pleased.
You love seeing that competitive spirit this early on. Yeah, we got off to a bad start, but we're going to keep playing. And we're not just going to rely on Steph and Draymond to bail us out. We're going to drive to the basket ourselves, mid-range jumpers. Here's LeBron James deep in there, just size.
Well, that's one in a regular season. You got to foul LeBron because last year was his worst free-throwing year. And just whack him and make him earn those at the line. Easier said than done because he's so strong.
Oh, my goodness.
They're going to continue that. Curry was fouled on the drive.
Danny Green has no chance if Steph wants to be really aggressive and get by him. Video game dribble moves. Danny Green's like, yeah, I can't do anything with that.
Is it Steph's quickness or change of direction? What makes him so difficult to deal with there?
Both. And he's crafty with it, too. I think one thing that's so unique about Steph, nothing's premeditated. He's so creative. He's going to work on different moves in practice. But when he comes in the game, he just kind of reads the defender. He's got some moves he feels more comfortable with. You see him do some crossovers behind the backs every now and then. But he'll just use whatever you do against you. And he's got the handle to back up whatever creativity he wants to go with his mind.
Steph 1 out of 2 from the line. Officials done a great job tonight because there's not been a lot of free throws. And sometimes in preseason it can be a foul fest. Danny Green at corner 3.
There's a little miscommunication there. D'Angelo Russell.
And good play. Danny Green knocked it away from Pascal. And Rondo setting up Bradley. Back-to-back corner threes. And there's Pascal rebounding, but that outlet stolen.
Anthony Davis got him right now.
Danny Green keeps launching, but Anthony Davis, third opportunity for LA. And finally, this time it's an offensive foul. And that's just out of fairness because LeBron went over Steph's back.
Steph was under there, and LeBron flew in. Watch your head, Steph. The ref saw it, though. You can't do that. There's LeBron James coming up over the top. Watch Steph. Steph never even saw him.
That's no fun.
You can't be surprised about that, LeBron.
You saw Steph for a second adjust something in his eyes because he started wearing the contacts last year. Although, and he will smile when he tells you this, he did have a couple very good shooting games where the contacts were not in.
Exactly. Exactly.
Sometimes he was wearing them, sometimes he wasn't. I think he's going to be a little more relentless wearing the contact lenses this year. His eyesight, if you watch him without, you can't even see mom and dad up in the stands. He's squinting and all that stuff.
Right. It's just totally a new feel for him. Getting used to it, though.
Well, obviously he couldn't shoot. You know, that's the problem.
Yeah.
They leave Rondo alone. He just got to live with that. He's going to hit, 1 out of 3 of those, but it's not Anthony Davis dunking or LeBron laying it in. So you got to live with that. Curry, deep 2. Steph beat 2 defenders.
Look at Anthony Davis. He's like, what am I supposed to do? Thought I was close enough. Got to be right up on that screen.
Draymond went to help Pascal, then recovered on AD.
Got him up in the air.
Oh, man, Anthony Davis hit that and drew the foul.
Shot fake. Wow. Shot fake got Draymond off his feet. Usually Draymond's way more disciplined than that. But that's just a veteran, skilled, talented player in Anthony Davis.
6-time All-Star. You know, they had a little drama in that Anthony Davis always wore 23, right?
Yeah.
So LeBron wanted to give him 23.
NBA said no.
And the league said no. So Davis went back to his childhood number of just 3. Don't tell me LeBron had switched numbers, you would have sold a lot more jerseys.
I know, right?
And there he is. My Matt Barnes guy. Here's Toscano Anderson cutting without the ball and drawing the foul.
Kind of rubbed off his teammate there, too. Cutting there. You got to be able to move without the ball if you're going to play on this team.
Now, energy guys, too.
Energy.
You know, that Steve Kerr, he always wanted the 300 passes, but ball movement, body movement.
And the thing about Toscano Anderson, he's a really good defender. That's kind of his calling card. He was the 5th best defensive rating in the G League when he played last year. So he can move his feet. And with these young guys, we were talking about this. A lot of them, you just want to focus on one thing you can do really well to make Coach Kerr go, I need that guy in the game, or I need that guy on my team.
And if it's energy, defense,
energy,
hustle, or
rebounding, just figure out that one thing, and then you can grow from there.
Look at the Warrior bench. Just getting it done.
Killing.
And LeBron, that's a bit of a veteran move there. He's going to dip that shoulder. And Pascal's getting the education. Steve Kerr says, you know, come on, if that's a foul, how would you ever guard LeBron? Steve's almost at midcourt.
So first thing for Pascal, he's got to force him to the screen. You got Anthony Davis on the other side. LeBron James rejects the screen because Pascal gave him that way. Pascal's automatically behind.
Well,
so LeBron's going to...
When Steve sees the replay, Pascal was in great position. He made him go left, but then he extended his arm. When an official sees the arm extended on the shove, you can lean with the shoulder and bump, but if you extend the arm, that's usually when it's going to be a foul.
And LeBron James definitely made sure he got contact, dipping that shoulder.
But after the first 4 minutes of this game, it's very entertaining. Yeah, and actually it's been very well played by both teams. Right. D'Lo over LeBron.
Good defense.
And that's LeBron dug in that time. Rondo on the push. And Rondo made 1. And he made 2. Well, if Rondo hits threes, you will not beat the Lakers.
Right. They shot it terrible last year.
Draymond just shot that flat. He's not going to shoot that. He's going to do it. Oh, man.
He has to.
He saved the day as Pascal had a dunk. Rondo pushing it back. And Davis kicking it out of bounds.
Draymond knew where that pass was going the whole time.
That's one where it'd be a